Hi everybody, Derrick Ruiz here. Just wanted to shoot you a quick video and let you know I just posted a new article, and it's called, "Is the City of Los Angeles at War with LA Landlords?" And I think after you read my article, your answer will be yes, they are at war with us. As you know, I wrote an article earlier called LA Landlords Win a Major Battle Against the City of Los Angeles. And in that article, I wrote how they changed your municipal code so that owners can legally refuse those unconstitutional SCEP inspections. Got a lot of feedback from that article. A lot of people contacted me with their stories. About 20 of the landlords I spoke to over the last month told me that when they refused the inspections, the city pretty much didn't follow up with any kind of warrant action from an administrative judge. They pretty much just went away. Now, some of the landlords, when they had their inspections scheduled and didn't let them in, the inspectors just went on the exterior of the building and cited them for whatever they could find, peeling paint and other BS items. And a couple of the stories I've gotten back from other people that have actually made the mistake and let them in were pretty bad. One guy I talked to yesterday said that they cited him because his smoke detector in the bedroom was too close to a ceiling fan. And so the guy said, well, I'll just move the smoke detector. And the inspector said, well, you got to get a permit to move the smoke detector. I mean, is that crazy or what? Another lady, this was kind of sad. She called me very distraught. She's got a mixed-use commercial residential building in mid-city, and she didn't know about refusing the inspection, so she went ahead and let them in. And she has, it's a triplex, or maybe it's a legal duplex. We're not quite sure, but there's kind of a funky rear third unit that has a hot plate and a bathroom and a refrigerator in it. Well, she bought the building that way. They've owned it for almost 40 years, and they've had, multiple inspections over the last, 10 or 15 years. Probably, she says, 4 inspections, maybe 5, and they never said boo about that unit. But now in 2019, for some reason, the city is just on a rampage, and it seems like they're at war with us. So they said that she's got to get it permitted or tear it down. Well, she looked for the permits, but the building was like 75 years old and didn't know, couldn't find any permits. And then, she tried to get an architect to, do some drawings and get a contractor out there, but it's not that easy. Architects don't want to do these little tiny jobs, and neither do contractors. Contractors are busy out there. They're in high demand. They don't want to do a little job for somebody, so it's hard for her to get that. And then the 30 days pass, and she didn't get her an extension, and now they're fining her. I mean, this poor woman is distraught, and she, when I was on the phone with her, I've been on the phone with her a couple times. One time she was in tears. She's losing sleep. She doesn't know what to do. And she basically just told me, she's like, I think I'm just going to sell this damn thing because I just don't want the hassle. And that's just a really, bad outcome for people to get forced into, well, I don't know they're forced, but to feel like they have to sell it because they can't handle this problem. And so one of the things I talk about is that the people that get really hurt by this the most are the elderly, the people that English is not their first language, and people with mental and health issues. I mean, somebody like me that's, I'm in my late 50s, I'm in real estate, I know a lot of people, I can handle that kind of thing. But if you're in your 80s and your health isn't that well, and you're just, surviving on the rental income and your Social Security, I mean, this can be devastating to you. So that's another reason why I just feel like the city's at war with us. So, like I always tell people, do not let them into your building. Refuse to let them in. And you got to make sure that you tell your tenants not to let them in. And you always have to send a letter to the city inspector. And you got to post notices on the front door of each unit And you know, if your tenants are willing, have them sign a letter as well and post that on the door. But if they're not willing, or you don't have a good relationship with them, I would still post the refusal notice on every door on the day of the inspection. So when the inspector shows up, you know, he'll know that he's not going to get access to the property. By the way, the guy with the smoke detector problem and the fan, he refused the inspection like I told him, but he didn't post anything on the doors of the tenants. The inspector bullied their way into the units by telling the tenants they have a legal right or a legal obligation to let the city in. So even though he refused the inspection, the inspector still came and bullied his way into the units and ended up writing about 17 or 18 things that had to be repaired. The landlord got a contractor and an estimate out there, and they said it was going to be $20,000 to fix all the items. So I mean, it's just crazy. You know, one of the people that I know that helps people in this situation told me, she said, Derrick, this code enforcement program is a cash cow for the city. They make so much money on fines and putting people into REAP. It's crazy. So never let them into your building. By the way, I'm going to be seeing, you guys might know Dennis Block, who's a very well-known landlord eviction attorney. He only works with landlords. He's going to be speaking at the Los Angeles, Long Beach Convention Center this Wednesday. He's going to be talking about rent control. I'm going to be sending a video about the rent control changes coming up here in a few days. But I'm going to go ask him if there's any way we can legally put in a clause to rental agreements that says the tenant is specifically prohibited from letting inspectors into their units. So I want to see if there's a legal way that we can incorporate that kind of language into rental agreements that tells tenants you are not allowed to let city inspectors into the property because we have the legal right to refuse them. So I'm going to be developing this idea that I had, talking to some attorneys, and I'll be following up with more videos to help landlords fight against the city and these unconstitutional SCEP inspections. By the way, if you have any stories for me or any experiences, please contact me, or that's my dog in the background there, barking at the postman probably. Anyways, send me your information, send me your experiences, forward this information to other landlords you know. Let's get the word out that we do not have to submit to the tyrannical government inspections that the city of Los Angeles is trying to force down our throats. All right, guys, this is Derrick Ruiz, apartment broker and expert and fellow landlord. And by the way, if you need any help with anything, I've been in real estate for 34 years. I can help you with your building. Just give me a shout or send me an email. I'll be glad to help you out. All right, everybody, have a great day. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.